Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Re-Aged Super Mega Baseball League, and this is the beginning of Season 3 with the Buzzards. It has not gone so well. If you take a look at the summary, 2 years so far, and we have not even gotten close to the playoffs. Last year was our best chance. We ended up going 7-9, really faded down the stretch, and could not get into the playoffs. The year before that was even worse. We just I guess we had the same record at 7-9. It felt way worse. It just felt like a team that was floundering the season prior. It also looks like we were sitting in the fourth spot. So that's probably why. But I have different feelings about year three. We made some big changes to the team. You know that up to this point, I had been adhering to a chosen challenge to kind of restrict myself, and that was that Chemlock, the same strategy that I introduced in my Chemlock League series with the Outlaws and the Favorites, where I had set a restriction on what my chemistry would be after the original shuffle draft that we did. I think I'm throwing all caution to the wind at this point, and I am just going straight towards, you know what? Let's just make this team the best we can. I just want to find some success. We have some fun players, and I want the priority to be the experience of a league with different original players. For example, here's Chip Duffers, 23-year-old Chip Duffers, not the 30-plus-year-old second baseman that we typically see, but a improving and really solid second baseman for the Buzzards that we're bringing in here. So that's just one example. I am hoping that we can really find some success with this team as we leaned into Tier 3 crafty and Tier 3 disciplined. We went Tier 2 with competitive and spirited, and then we dropped to Tier 1 in the scholarly traits. So let's take a look at what the team's going to look like. Our starting catcher actually developed quite nicely last season and took over the position ahead of Evan Chukov. Will be Pork Bennett. He'll be our primary starter. Evan Chukov will be in the number two or the backup catcher for us. At first base, it will be Sturdy Woodman, the young 23-year-old who had a pretty solid season. I hope that's a growing opportunity for him. Backup option will be the aging vet Otto Volnolio with Tier 3 off-speed hitter, Tier 3 pinch perfect. I think he can have some success off the bench for us when we need it. Chip Duffers will be our starting second baseman. And like we already talked about him, the only negative trait here is that first pitch prayer. We're going to hopefully maybe get rid of that one over time. Third baseman will be, I believe, rookie here. Rookie 25-year-old Saul Morgan has Tier 3 low pitch, has 97 contact, 71 power, and has 81 arm as our third baseman. So I think he can hold up pretty well. He's not quick. He doesn't have a good fielding rating, but we ended up going a little bit younger than Hito Moonshada. Hito also had that wild thrower trait, so we wanted to err away from that. And so we went with Saul Morgan here. So I hope that this is going to pay off for us. I think the huge contact rating with that low pitch trait could see him running into a lot of home runs. Carlton Starr will be our starting shortstop here. Similar to Chip Duffers, but a little bit slower as first pitch slayer versus prayer. And he is going to be a solid defender up the middle along with Chip. Backup shortstop here and backup infielder will be Alonso Villegas. Ooh, you know what? I just realized we have an issue with this team. No one else can play second base except for Chip. So that might end up being something to run into. But for now, let's not worry about it. Alonso Villegas is going to be our backup infielder, short and third, 22 years old with Tier 3 stimulated. Really a great defender. I almost had him as a starter for a little bit there. But we ended up going with Carlton instead. But he has Tier 3 stimulated, which we hope will kick in, and he could be a really great bench bat as well. Then we get to the outfield. It's going to be 26-year-old Morton Stanberg with Tier 3 high pitch, Tier 2 cannon arm. We have 23-year-old Geronimo James, who just in that end of that last episode to start this season, we rolled Tier 3 off-speed hitter. Incredible. And I'm very excited to see how that plays a role in this season. And then we have Ricky Kwan, our aging vet, who is going to be a reliable outfield option. He also has Tier 3 Stealer, so hopefully which hasn't happened yet. He gets a chance to be a pinch runner maybe, and we can get him cruising around the bases. And we brought back Jose Tremendo, the 21-year-old now with tier 2 cannon arm. We'll see if we can make something out of him. Trinity Powers, rookie, will be a bench offensive bat here with the tier 2 tough out trait and some pretty solid contact and power ratings. Not really meant to be used for any defensive experience. That's where we have Ricky Kwan, but we'll see if she can be a productive bat for us. The starting rotation, which was one of our biggest weaknesses, got a huge overhaul. We will be bringing back our ace, Malcolm DeJesus. He's a tier 2 workhorse. He was incredible after that first start that was not very successful. He pitched really well as our ace afterwards. We bring in 24-year-old Kerwin Arches, who will be another workhorse for us. And at 24, still has room to develop. Then we bring in a third workhorse, an Ansel Krause, who was 27, a decent hitter or a pitcher here. I think he could be. Essentially, we have what would be normally 3 aces on other teams, but they are going to be our 1, 2, and 3 pitchers in our rotation. Yeah, we splurged a little bit here. And then our 4th starter is Kenzie Willis. So even if she shits the bed, we have a lot. We should be pretty good in the bullpen to help scoop her up. But she is 19. She's pretty solid across the board in her pitching ratings. And I'm hoping that she can at least just hold down the fort as our number 4 starter. Zane Mills returns along with Brick Towers and Edwina Escobar. Those 3 will remain in our bullpen. Brick Towers been getting the biggest glow up we've ever seen, it seems like. He's 21. He started at age 19 as well, and now has tier 2 clutch. Has been incredible for us. Instead of Gasser Morris, we brought in Rocket Ramon, and he will hold things down as another righty in the bullpen. And we also have 23-year-old Hander Ospecialo with that tier 3 specialist trait. So hoping that between him and Mills, those 2 lefties can get things done in the bullpen. And then Brick Towers and Rocket Ramon will hold down the fort for most of the situations that they're relied upon. Edwina, probably more of that mop-up with Zane as well. So that's the lineup. That's where the team is at. Let's go ahead and get into our first game. It will be a home opener against the Nemesis. I already set the lineup in the last one, so we'll go over it as we get started, but really excited about the bench that we have with Ricky Kwan on the bench as a great defender. We have Villegas as a good defender that can show even more offensively with that stimulated trait. We have, of course, Chukov, a great defender on behind the plate and can spot at right field, which we saw a couple of times last year, and I hated to see that. And then Ovio, really, probably our go-to bench bat is who I expect him to be the one we pull in whenever we need him. So excited for this team this year. Let's head out to Shaka. We're facing off against Vern Turnburner and the Nemesis. If you remember last season, we ended up winning, I think about, was it 11 or 13-0 against Vern Turnburner and the Nemesis. So feeling like maybe we can use that and this refresh to this team, and maybe we can really lock down the offense of the Nemesis while also trying to capitalize on a successful season here on offense. Braden Cameron, I believe he's a rookie. We'll get his first at-bat with tier 2 high pitch. We thought about bringing him in, or at least I thought about bringing him in. DeJesus will serve up a high pitch to center field, and that'll be an easy catch for Geronimo James. So 2 pitches already has out number 1. 31-year-old Sakta Song comes up. First baseman today with tier 1 power versus righties. His tier 2 off-speed hitter. Ball inside. Jesus, really nasty curveball there for strike 1. And a dribbler will go foul, and it will stay foul. It was kind of curving back. 1-2 count. Chases strike 3 low and away, and wow, that was really impressive from DeJesus, who really showed Sakta that he's the new sheriff in town. Nora Holmes has had success against us here at Shaka. She's at shortstop here today. She takes a strike. She has tier 2 sprinter out of the box, 1-2 count. She'll take a ball just misses the outside part of the plate. 2-2 and called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone, and DeJesus goes 1-2-3 through some of the scariest hitters he might face in this lineup. And we get a quick and clean first inning. Here comes Chip Duffers. If I'm not mistaken, is he on the Herbivores normally? I don't have that memorized offhand. That's a fair ball, and Sakta's going to get that. A shattered bat, and Chip will ground to the first baseman. It went right over the top of the bag, right down the line. One quick out, and now Geronimo James comes up sporting a new trait, Tier 3 off-speed hitter. He gets the off-speed pitch, but he's late, and it goes foul. 1-1 count here. Bird Turnburner fouls one off here. Tier 3 elite changeup, along with 4 other pitches. And he gets him to pop up here, uses the off-speed hitter trait, but doesn't make good contact, and that's going to be a fly out to shallow right center. Hog Porker will catch that for out number 2. Very excited about this guy this year, Saul Morgan, with elite contact in that Tier 3 low pitch trait. Takes a first pitch strike here. Takes the ball low and away. And popped foul out of play. 1-2 count here for Morgan against Turnburner. Takes the ball low. Vern also has Tier 2 walk prone. Low pitch pulled foul. 2-2 count. Swings through strike 3. So Saul Morgan in his debut, his first at bat, and he gets rung up against Turnburner.
Number 16.
A strikeout, and it's 1-2-3 for both pitchers in the first inning. Bo Belter will come up. He's DHing today. Tier 2 first fastball hitter. Shit. DeJesus gives him a first pitch fastball and immediately turns on it. Yanked to left field into the Buzzards bullpen. A no-doubt shot goes 431, and Belter, his first home run in his first at-bat, he really belted that one.
Right fielder, number 61,
Javi Otter comes up. Tier 3 RBI 0 won't be activated in this at-bat. Tier 2 outside pitch, though, as he takes a ball. The curve ball drops out of the zone. Strike taken at the top of the zone. Yoder will take a ball low in. 2-1 count. DeJesus just misses the edge. It's now 3-1. Fouled on the change. It's full count for Yoder, and he'll pop one out of play. We'll do it again. Takes strike 3. Was looking for something else. DeJesus fools him and froze him for strike 3. 1 out for Jacques Softin. 2-2 first pitch. Slayer will see if DeJesus gives him anything competitive here. A fastball right down the middle, sent to deep center field. Up against the wall is Geronimo James, and he leaps and he can't make the play. You know he's going to punish that first pitch, and he sends it to deep center field, just over the wall there in the batter's eye, and Ofteen gets his first home run of the year. That's a shame. And you'll see Chip Duffer's alter ego, Buster Biggs. Pretty much just because they have the same haircut and same mustache. Quick 2 strikes here, and DeJesus, who's made a couple of mistakes trying to get out of it now, get himself back on track after serving up 2 home runs. It'll be a full count to Biggs. And a grounder to first. Backhanded by Woodman, steps on the bag, out number 2.
The second baseman, number 13, Hog Porker.
And here comes Hog Porker, the second baseman. Has Tier 2 base jogger. I believe he's new to the team this year. Get a first pitch strike taken. Strike 2 with 2 outs, 0-2 count, and ball low and in the dirt. Bounces off Pork's glove. This one will be popped up in foul territory. Saul will call that one and catch it for out number 3. But 2 solo home runs, one from Bo Belter, one from Jacques Softin. And that puts the Buzzards in a deficit here in the bottom of the second. So here comes Sturdy Woodman. The first baseman had a pretty solid campaign with the Buzzards last year. Looking to see if he can carry that into this season. 1-1 count. Turnburner with that fastball is really tough to catch up on. Late swing there, goes the opposite way, and Brent Raskeller will toss across the diamond for out number 1. Jose Tremendo had an incredible rookie campaign with us at 19 years old. Had 6 home runs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. turns around in season 2 and struggles a bit, except for that second half. He started to turn it back on a little bit. We ended up giving him a new contract in the offseason, so he's hoping to come back into this season and be a difference maker for the Buzzards. 2-2 count here with 1 out. Battling against Turnburner. Now full count walk prone activates. Pushed foul out of play. We'll do it again. Oh, pulls the string on that elite changeup and gets Jose swinging through strike 3. Just at the top of the zone, but right down the middle. And Jose couldn't time it up properly. He strikes out, and that's out number 2. Vern now locked in. He's getting his vengeance against his Buzzards team that pummeled him in the last season. 0-2 count here to Sandberg. He gets a high pitch and yanks it foul just ahead. Sandberg on the lower end of the contact in the power scale, but hoping he can develop this year. Takes the ball high, 1-2 count, and then another changeup. So Turnburner's got that changeup working for him today. Bullpen looking to see if, wondering if they're going to get any usage out here today with DeJesus on the mound. Typically not something you get to see very often is him going to turning it over to the bullpen. He did give up 2 home runs already. And Rathskeller, leadoff man here in the top of the 3rd, sends one up the box. It's a single to lead things off. And that will turn it to the top of the lineup. Raiden Cameron ended up, can't remember, he flew out in his first at-bat to center field and fielded double play depth. Solid speed at first base, but a great arm behind the plate and Pork Bennett. This one's popped up. It's going to go out of play, a foul. 2-1 count for Cameron. Just misses the zone. I don't know how that's not a strike. 3-1 count and ball 4. So Cameron, the leadoff man, walks, and that's 2 aboard with nobody out for Sak De Song. 0 for 1 after striking out in his first at-bat. Tier 1 power versus righties. Looking for an off-speed pitch. He doesn't chase that one. That one's a fastball just on the edge of the plate. It's fouled off. Another fastball. Lady swings, and it's fouled off again. 1-2 count. It's a big out if we can get it. Doesn't get him to chase. That was his put-out pitch last time. And a ground ball to short. Star to Duffers. Over to Woodman. That's out number 3. Or, sorry, out number 2. Runner from second advances to third, but a double play. And Sakta loses mojo to start this season, but a runner in scoring position for Nora. She's going to ground hard to second base, and with Sprinter out of the box, Duffers has to hurry. We'll get the out at first, and that'll end the inning. So it wasn't clean, but no runs come across here for the nemesis in the top of the 3rd. We'll head to the bottom of the inning, and we'll start with Trinity Powers, rookie right fielder who's DHing today, and she gets a hold of one. He yanks it down the left field line. It's tailing foul, and it will land out of play. 0-2 count, so tough out activates a tier 2. Puts her over 100 contact now. Ball low and away. 2-2 count here for Powers. She pops it up into foul territory behind the plate. Will it be playable? Nope, it lands on the netting, so she gets another chance. And she'll ground inside out to first. Sakta steps on the bag, out number 1. Here comes 8-hitter Carlton Starr with tier 2 first pitch Slayer. See if he can run into one right here. And he does, but right at Nora Holmes. Tough luck for Carlton. That's out number 2. Now here comes Pork. Had a decent showing offensively last season. We'll get ahead in the count 2-0 here. Vern is locked in. And walk prone activates on the 3-0. We'll see if Pork gets a green light. And he does not. Takes right down the middle. 3-1 now. Ball low, and Pork will work a walk. So good job from the catcher. The only runner to reach base for the Buzzards so far today. Chip, who has tier 2 first pitch prayer, will take a strike to start this at bat. No speed over there at first base and a ball outside. Locked in still is Turnburner. 2-1 count here for Chip. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2 with 2 outs. Ball way outside. Full count now. Runner will take off on the pitch here. Walk prone activated and fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Same thing will happen. And right through. Oh, my God. Chip strikes out. To end the inning, we head to the top of the fourth. Turnburner has seen one batter over the minimum, and it was the walk to Pork Bennett. DeJesus gave up a home run to Bo Belter last time. First pitch fastball. This time he throws the off speed. Throws him off with a fastball there, and Whiffer activates after falling behind 0-2. And it plunks him. Bo Belter gets belted. And I don't know what's going on with DeJesus, but he just says so, maybe he has the yips and these home openers. He's tense now after plunking a batter, especially getting ahead in the count 0-2 and then plunking him in the next pitch. What the hell? Runner on first with great speed. 1-1 count to Yoder. He sends one opposite field, and it will be playable for Stanberg. No cannon arm activates as the runner retreats back to first. That's out number one. Jacques Softin, first pitch he saw, he sent right back up the middle, but dead center field and into the batter's eye for a home run. We'll see what happens here on the 50th pitch. It's fouled off. Late swing there from Ofteen. Swings through strike two, chases the two-seam fastball, and pops foul. Goes out of play, and we'll do it again. Infield a double play depth, and it doesn't matter. The strikeout as DeJesus goes right after Ofteen. Gets the strikeout, and now with two outs, Buster Biggs comes up over one. DeJesus still tense despite getting two consecutive outs here. First pitch pulled foul. And a grounder to Morgan. He will quick scoop and toss to first and out number three. So we'll take that inning from DeJesus. He's gone through 4 innings now. He's allowed 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 hit batter. I don't think he's walked anybody. Turnburner, on the other hand, is still locked in. Heading into the bottom of the fourth here, only allowing 1 base runner. Yet to allow a hit. Geronimo James is up. He'll ground to third. Rathskeller to first, out number 1. Here comes Saul Morgan. He struck out in his first at-bat. Turnburner at 52 pitches, and because he's locked in, he's holding up a little bit better than he normally would. First pitch swinging will go to Nora Holmes, and that's out number 2. It's just more of the same, isn't it? There's still game left here, so I'm not going to throw in the towel just yet, but it is frustrating to see our team just get shut down like this. Luckily, Woodman is managing a hit here, and that is the first hit of the day for the Buzzards. We absolutely destroyed a Turnburner last year, and now we're barely able to get a base runner. With 2 outs, here comes Jose. He struck out in his first at-bat of the season. Count evens 1-1. Ball outside. Turnburner starting to get tired. 57 pitches now. And into left center field. That's going to get down in front of Biggs. Runner holds at second. But we have a bit of a rally going here. 2 on and 2 outs for Morton Stanberg. Tier 3 high pitch. We'll see if he can run into one. He struck out in his first at-bat. But now, as Turnburner's getting tired, he gets a high pitch but pulls a foul. Ahead of that one. Infield guarding the lines. Not much speed on the base paths here. Stanberg takes a strike. It's a 1-2 count. Vern over 60 pitches now. As that one gets pulled foul, we'll do it again. Come on, Morton. Chases one, but he just makes contact and fouls it off. We'll do it again. Almost gets hit in the face. 2-2 count here for Turnburner. Takes the ball high. Full count. Bases, runners will go. Walk prone activated. And he takes straight through. Oh, shit. That was a nasty pitch from Turnburner, but Morton Stanberg needs to be ready for that, and he gets fooled. Frozen, strike 3, and that ends the rally. Unfortunately, we couldn't get anything going until 2 outs. So Hog Porker will come up to face off against the Jesus. Malcolm back to neutral mojo here, but he is getting tired. Tier 2 workhorse approaching the 60-pitch mark. Gets a strike there, and it's a 1-2 count to Porker. Doesn't chase low. But he does chase high and away, and DeJesus gets pumped as he gets a strikeout. Raskeller comes up. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Has tier 1 power versus lefties, but not activated in this at bat. Ball misses outside. It's a 2-0 count to Raskeller. Gets a strike there on the changeup. Fastball low and in will be taken for a strike. It's 2-2. Doesn't chase outside. Full count for Raskeller. Gets a pitch at the bottom of the zone that he skies into left center field. And it looks like it's going to be Geronimo James calling that for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 2, Ryden
Cameron walked in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Tier 2 high pitches activated here, so we've got to be careful if you're DeJesus. He challenges him right away, misses it high and in, followed by a strike at the top of the zone, gets fouled off here. And a ground ball up the middle, cut off by Carlton Starr over to first, out number 3. So DeJesus has not been efficient yet today, or that efficient here today, but he has gotten through 5 pretty comfortably too. And we are going to turn to our 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the bottom of the 5th. Vern gets pulled for K. Frequin. They go straight to their closer here. It is a 2-0 lead, but K does get tired pretty quickly. Trinity pulls one to third. Raskeller easy play over to first, out number 1. K. Frequin is elite, but she has her own set of problems when it comes to holding a lead. Tier 3 elite 2-seam fastball is terrifying as well, along with that screwball. 2-0 count here to Starr. Looking for his first hit with the Buzzards. He almost gets it there, but it lands foul down the third baseline. Ball low, 3-1 count. Great spot for Carlton. And he pulls one to deep right field. Getting back on it and calling it is Javi Otter. He'll catch that for out number 2. If that ball doesn't hang, it's an easy double for Carlton, maybe even a triple with the slow-footed Yoder in right field. Pork Bennett walked in his first plate appearance. He'll fall behind 0-2 here. K. Collector will activate for Frequin. Fouls one off, staying alive is Pork. Trying to find a pitch he can drive, but instead he pulls one to third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for K. Frequin. We head to the last of this game, top of the 6th. Nemesis currently up 2-0. And Sakta Song comes up with Tense Mojo. After striking out and then grounding into a double play. He does have the tier 1 power versus righties trait. We're at medium pressure, so not impacting the Mojos right now. And Sakta will ground to first base, so he has not been the threat I was expecting he would be when we started this game, and that's very thankful. Unfortunately, it still doesn't make a difference with the situation we're in right now. So DeJesus passes it over to Brick Towers with tier 2 clutch and a high-pressure situation. Gets Nora Holmes. We'll get a strike there on the curveball. 1-1 count. And Nora sends one deep left field carrying. Running back on it is going to be Stanberg. He'll catch that at the warning track for out number 2. Got a little scary there for a second. Bo Belter locked in. He's 1 for 1 with a home run, a solo shot, and a hit by pitch. That's actually what put him into the locked-in mojo. 1-0-1 on the gun from Towers. Fastball pushed opposite field for a foul off. 2-1 count. Takes a strike on the slider. Tier 2 whiffer activates. 2-2 count. Ball low. It's going to be a full count with 2 outs. Brick Towers will not get him there as he fouls it off. Bo checks his swing, holds. They say he didn't go, and he walks. So 3 times he's been at the plate. 3 times he's reached base. And now Javi Otter will come up. 0 for 2. Max pressure now. Tier 2 outside pitch, which he throws right there. Great speed at first. And pulled just foul. So he falls behind 0-2. Great spot for Brick here. And he gets some strike 3, nasty slider. Starts at the outside part of the plate, and it just curves right into the bottom inside corner for strike 3 called. So Brick gets out of it. And now it's the last chance for our offense with our 1-2-3 hitters, starting with Chip, who's 0 for 2. Buster Biggs gets pulled for Damian Rush, who's coming into as a defensive replacement. First pitch fouled off and popped up. Will this get out of play? Trying to get over to his off-dean, and he will. Chift Uppers with a not great showing for the Buzzards this season. Really frustrated in what I saw from him. Geronimo James 0 for 2 today. Kay over 13 pitches, so she's going to start tiring very quickly. Ball high, 2-0 count. Come on, Geronimo. Swings through the fastball for strike one. Catches the corner, strike two, and it's a 2-2 count. K Collector activates. Geronimo will ground up the middle. That's exactly what we needed, so we got a great speed at first base. You could almost put Ricky Kwan in right now. But Tier 3 Steeler and could play center field. So they're going to keep Geronimo. Tier 3 low pitch for Saul Morgan. He's 0 for 2 today. And he gets a low pitch. He sends it into left center field. That's going to get down, roll all the way to the wall. Heading around second, heading to third is Geronimo James. He's going to get sent home, and sliding into second base is Saul Morgan. So he comes through for his teams. He's now sitting in scoring position. The tying run in the bottom of the sixth here for Sturdy Woodman, who's already 1 for 2 with a single. Max pressure now, and they pull Cray Frequent for Holder Close with a Tier 3 elite curveball, getting his first appearance of the year. Kay couldn't finish off the Buzzards. We have average speed over there at first base. 0-2 count here to Woodman. Woodman sends one deep left center field. That one's carrying and diving. Couldn't make the play. It's going to be Damian Rush. And Sturdy Woodman comes up with a huge double to tie this ball game at the bottom of the sixth. Both runs account for K Frequent stat line. And we have the game-winning run sitting on second base for Jose Tremendo. Please pinch run. Please pinch run for Sturdy. They're not going to do it. One out for Jose. 1 for 2 with a single. He gets one. He pops it up. Third base bag. Calling it his Rascaller. Runner will hold it second. So now Morton comes up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. An opportunity for him to redeem himself. Tier 3 high pitch. A hanging curveball could be really nasty here, and he pulls on the slider and pulls a foul. Curveball, and that was it right there. He just misses it. 0-2. High pitch sent to deep right field. Carrying. This one's got a chance, and it's going to get down on the wall, and Javi Otter can't get to it in time. Morton Stanberg will win this one in walk-off fashion. The Buzzards win. They knock off the Nemesis. They were down 2-0 heading into the bottom of the sixth. Our offense just could not get it going until the very end. But we win this ball game. The Buzzards win. Oh my God, what a way to start the season. Whew. My goodness, I need to catch my breath there for a second. That was fun. Okay. Let's take a look at what we had happen here today. The Buzzards, 3 runs on 6 hits. All 3 runs come in that 6th inning. What a rally. And for the Nemesis, 2 runs on only 3 hits for their offense. And yeah, it looked like De Jesus might have gotten a tough luck loss here, but he ends up holding down the fort just long enough for the Buzzards to fight back in this one. He did allow a home run to Belter, a home run to Jacques Softy, and that was back in the 2nd. Those are the only runs they scored. Raskeller did get a base hit. There was also the hit batter from Belter and the walk for Cameron. Those were the only runners to reach base. 6 total strikeouts for the Nemesis batters as well. On the other side, we couldn't get any production from the top of our lineup from Duffers there. We also couldn't get anything going from the bottom third of our lineup either. But right there in the middle, we had the players in position to do their jobs. And Geronimo James comes through with his first hit there in the 6th inning. Saul Morgan does the same thing. He gets an RBI on the on the double. And then Sturdy Woodman comes through with his 2nd hit, and that was a double. And then we saw Jose Tremendo with a base hit earlier in the game, and Stanberg comes through with the huge clutch game-winning double to win this ball game. Pork Bennett does get a walk in his first plate appearance, but that's the only other offense that we saw. Pitching-wise, Vern Turnberner pitched really well here today. He didn't deserve a no decision. He didn't deserve a loss either. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, only 3 base runners through 4 innings, and he struck out 5. Kay Frequin, I can't believe she doesn't get the loss here. 1 1/3 innings pitched. She gives up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and then Holder Close gets the loss as he gave up 2 hits. in 1/3 of an inning, 1 earned run, and it was the walk-off home run or walk-off double from Morton Stanberg. Welcome to Jesus. Hey, man, he is just continuing to be a star for us. 5 1/3, giving up 3 hits, 1 walk. He did allow 2 solo home runs, so we have to keep an eye out for that. But he struck out 5. He passes it over to Brick Towers, and Brick gets those 2 outs that he needed. He did allow a walk, but he gets a strikeout, and he gets the win. So Bell gets number 1 spot, followed by Vern, followed by Sturdy Woodman, and that is how this season starts for the Buzzards. Now, I don't know if I should be hopeful for the walk-off win and the way that the team fought, or if I should be concerned with the fact that that we couldn't get our offense going against a pitcher we know is vulnerable from last year. This is so... You know how I feel about this. These manager moments are such bullshit, and what's the point of even asking this question? Like, why do I need to knock the loyalty of one of these 2 players when we just started the season? We just got to win. We can't even celebrate here. Brick is our guy, so we have to go with Kerwin, but I will be working to try and get his his loyalty back. I hope that's the only one. It is. Okay, cool. All right, sim up to the next game, and we'll see what happens around the league. We're sitting at the top of the division with a 1-0 record. The Jacks at 0-2, the Nemesis at 0-2. We love to see that. And the Overdogs and Crocs both sitting at 1-1 apiece. Next time out, we're going to see Kerwin Arches face off against Dick Lucas. That'll be an interesting matchup. We saw Dick last year, and he was really good. We ended up giving up halfway through that Platypi game as they just completely dominated us. So we're going to see what happens after that. Let's see. Chance for Cross to gain Rally Stopper. That's wonderful. Chance for Morton Stanberg to get contact. Yes, please. We see Trinity with a chance to gain contact. I will likely do this. I'm pretty sure I will. Chip with a chance to gain contact in fielding. Jose with durable. I probably won't roll that one. That's not a trait that I think is valuable. Geronimo gains 7 contact, so he lost a bunch last season, I think, and we're going to see if he can get that back. Or he ends up getting it back. Kerwin with development here, and then a +8 power boost for Pork Bennett. He will bump back up to a B after losing some rating in, I think it was speed in the last one. He dropped back down to a B-. He's back to a B now. But a lot of positive development options here. I think we'll do this one for Kerwin just because he's about to get into his first start. So we'll do this one for right now. And that's going to be 1 junk, 1 accuracy, and a chance for 3 more junk. He doesn't get it. That's okay. He jumps up to an A from that little development there, so that's nice to see. I will probably look at trying to get this one for Carouse after this next game. Chip Duffers, 1 contact, 1 fielding. I don't know if I need this one, so you know what? I probably will still get it, but I'll wait until next game as well. Jose Tremendo, we're going to pass on this one. I'd like to get him a new trait, but I don't want it to be durable. Morton Stanberg, yes, we're going to give you this chance for the contact. So +2, chance for 5 more. And he will get it. Oh, +7 contact is huge. He's at 59 now. He is getting that much better. And Trinity Powers is at 78 contact. Would lose 1 speed. That's fine. She's already super slow. So yeah, let's do this one for her. And she doesn't get the bonus contact, but she does go up to 82. And that looks a lot better for her. So we're probably going to do... I might do these 2, or I will do this one for sure. I might do this one, but we'll look until after the next game to determine that. I am feeling a lot better about this team after that game. I think that the team looks a little bit better. I know our offense wasn't that great until the back half of that game, but I feel really a lot better about this team versus what we saw last season. So I feel good about having Kerwin Arches as our number 2 coming out there as an A starter. That'll be a good challenge for Dick Lucas, but this will be an interesting one. So that's where we'll leave things off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.